Hello, 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 hello. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. You guys give me a second. I want to share it onto my other pages. Give me 1 second. For those who are new to me, thank you for coming. Hi. Hello. Happy Thursday. Thursday is like my really busy day. So um I'm gonna start these series and so I'm super excited. I just want to share it real quick to my other pages. Um, Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I share it to my group, my Facebook group. So give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Let's start it real quick. Hey, Felicia. Hi. Happy Thursday. Okay, so I just want to make sure I was just live on all platforms. Give it a couple minutes. Let me know where you guys are from. Where are you located? Hello. Happy Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. We haven't done this in a while. So, hi. We haven't done this in a while, but I'm excited to be here. Okay, Dallas. I'm on my Instagram. So, if you guys are not on my Instagram, you can go to my Instagram page, which is Bianca S. Robinson. Hey. Hey. Okay, Indianapolis. Hey. Hey, how are you? Hello. If you guys can share this out, Bahamas. Okay, hey Bahamas. Okay, Maryland, I see you. If you guys can share this out with your people, please do so. Just hit the little button and share it out. I would so greatly appreciate it. If you were to share this live broadcast out with your people. Sharing is caring, so I really hope and appreciate that you share this out. I don't want to take up a lot of your time. Hey ATL, I'm gonna be in Atlanta on Sunday. Hey Virginia. Hey Florida. All right, I see y'all. Denver. So today, I want to talk about, I feel like just the 5 systems that we use to run our business to be more effective and efficient to be able to serve our clients. And so I'm doing this live series every Thursday to give you the tools that you need to help you build your professional service-based business. And so I want to introduce myself because maybe you're new to me, you don't know me, maybe somebody kind of shared it out. I want to thank you for coming. My name is Bianca Shelley Robinson. I am a global project manager. I'm in the business of aligning strategic opportunities for my clients that will produce profitable results by working on their business infrastructure. I strongly believe that if you have the right processes in your business, your productivity will increase. And so when processes and productivity meets, I believe profit increases as well. And so we are revenue diversification experts. I totally believe that you can have one business, your current asset, and you can create 7 streams of income within that one business, right? You don't need 7 sources of income, which is 7 different businesses. You can't even manage just one business. So, how do you effectively think that you can manage 7? And so, I am into building lifestyle business models. I believe that you should have a business that gives you the life that you deserve and that you desire by increasing your influence, your impact, which will ultimately increase your income. So for here, we like to work less and make more money. And the reason why we can do that is by diversifying our intellectual property. I feel like we work really hard to acquire this information over the years, and what you have in your brain is valuable because if it wasn't, people wouldn't be asking the questions in the comments and concerns that they do. And so I'm all about showing you how to monetize your intellectual property. You spent a lot of money for this intellectual property. We need to go ahead and do the people a service and have them to pay for our intellectual property too. And so I'm all about, revenue streams. I'm all about making more money and working less. I'm all about, servicing your clients or your customers. And so we'll talk about that too in a later training about what's the difference between a client and a customer. And I just really want to help you make some money this year. Like, that's really my goal. My goal is to help 5,000 professional service-based businesses to be able to add at least an additional $10,000 a month to their overall bottom line. And so if that is you, can you put, yes, that's me in the comments? If you want to make an additional at least $10,000 a month, if that is you, put that's me in the comments. Like, yes, you talking to me. Like, that is me. But I think in order for you to make more money, you have to have the basics in order. And I feel like experts, the reason why we're experts and we're good at what we do is because we do the basics really well. I do the basics extremely well. That's it. I'm not doing nothing extravagant. I'm following the directions to the recipe consistently, and I'm just doing it really well. Okay. And so in this live series, I want to be able to give you some additional things that you can add to your business. But I also want to let you know that I'm about to start this 3-month coaching mentorship program to help those that are in professional services to be able to work smart, profit smarter, and to add more additional revenue to their business. And so if you are interested in maybe considering wanting to work with me in our 3-month group coaching mentorship program, you can just go to the link in my bio, which is worksmartprofitsmarter.com. Ellie, can you put that in on my Instagram? Go to worksmartprofitsmarter.com for you to be able to work with me, okay? But I'm really interactive in my live. If this is your first time to my live, like, I feed off your energy. So if you're giving me good energy, I'm going to give you good energy back. So if you are ready for the 5 systems, put ready in the comments. If you are ready, put ready in the comments. If you are ready, put ready in the comments. I know I used to do this live thing every single day, okay? Like, I haven't done it like this in a while, but I'm coming back to my roots. Live is my thing, okay? Like, I feel like, and it's just a sidebar, like, the quickest and the easiest way for you to build influence and impact and make money is to go live. Like, I have no clue what questions and comments or concerns you're going to ask me. I have no clue what you're going to say. So this is like live. So, and I know like Chat GTP is a thing, and we'll talk about the Chat GTP and like how I feel about it. We could talk about that, but you can't lie live. Right? Like, I don't know what you're going to ask me. So you going live really differentiates you from the people that say they do it, but really do it. Because I have no question. I have no clue what you're going to ask me. So based on what you ask me, it determines, like, is she really writing this content? Is she really who she says she is? Or like, is that somebody else? And so going live builds your authority way faster than any reel, any carousel, any video that you have recorded. Going live is the game changer. Okay. I know it's scary though. Like, oh my God, like what they gonna say? Like, I don't know. You only gonna ask me what I told you that I know. So I don't know. But going live, it builds your authority. Like, you not ask me questions based on something that I didn't tell you that I know. So if you ask me a question based on what I post that I tell you that I know, and I get on this live and you ask me a question and I don't know it, that look like a liar, right? I look like a scam. I look like a fraud. But if you ask me the question and I kill the question, you're like, oh my God, like I really want to get her some money. Like I really want to work with her. I like how she responded to it. So going live builds the authority. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about, and this is just how I operate in my business. I own a professional service-based business. I'm always going to speak from a professional service-based business standpoint. My ideal client is those that work in professional services. So you're a coach, consultant, a lawyer, accountant, a fitness instructor, and or you're trying to add a coaching and consulting division in your business. So you're a boutique owner, but now you want to train other boutique owners to be able to have the same thing that you have. So I'm either working with somebody in professional services or somebody that wants to put that division in their business. Okay. So let's get started. I'm excited. Let's roll. Okay. So the first one, and I'm just going in order of my business as if we were having a conversation, right? I'm going through my flow as if you were a client and we were to work, right? So when you first meet somebody, right? Like right here, we're on this live, we're talking. You like, oh my God, like I really want to work with you, right? I need to be able to get some information from you to be able to properly assess what it is that you need. So The first thing is I have to have a CRM system. I have to have a database, right? I have to have a database management system. Like I have to have something to be able to get your information. So the number one system that you need in your business is a CRM system. It's a customer relation management system. So you know how like you go to the doctor, and when you go to the doctor, they say like, "Hey, last time you seen Sheila and she did blah 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 blah." But okay, 2 months ago you came, you got an X-ray and you seen such and such, such and such. That's their CRM system. That's the brains of their business. They know your birthday, your blood type, you know, your spouse name, your kid's name, all the 5 places you live, how you pay. It's the history of a client, right? It's the history of a client. So you're going to need that CRM system. And I'm not saying like a calendarly or an acuity either. That's just a scheduling system. Like somebody want to get on your calendar and they want to talk to you. That's different. That's not a CRM system where the brains of the client and the business is in one spot. That's just a scheduling system. So a lot of you have a scheduling system. Entreport. I love Entreport. So for me, I use Vcita. So VCITA. I use Vcita. I love Vcita. Vcita is a client of mine. They've been a client of mine since I started my business 10 years ago. Very loyal to them. However, I also like Honeybooks. I also like Dubsado. I also know clients that use Entreport, right? So some people use like HubSpot or things of that nature. You have to find a CRM system that works best for you. But that CRM system should be able to give you a long list of how to take this client from a potential to a lead to a prospect to a client that's in contract to now a closed client to now we could turn them into a repeat client. And we'll talk about that in additional trainings, like how I'm able to funnel my clients. 82% of my clientele is repeat clientele. I know a lot of businesses focus on like new client acquisition. I don't focus on new client acquisition. It's easier for me to go back to somebody that already gave me some money to get some more money. It's very easy. It's easy for me to do that. You already seen value in what I did. I already over exceeded your expectations. So it's easy for me now to go back to you to get some more money versus me now trying to get a brand new client. So for me, I focus on repeat clientele acquisition, not necessarily new clients. So 82% of my clientele is repeat clientele, but that's because my CRM system is set up for that to happen. So you need a CRM system, right? Not just an acuity or like a calendarly, like that's just a scheduling system. If you're trying to do business on the level that I know you're trying to do business, since you said that you want to make additional money, you're gonna have to step up your systems. And I'm not saying you have to use a lot. I have a training. If you go to Works My Profit Smarter, just go to the link in my bio. I had a training on how to like run your entire business for like under $50. Did it for a very long time when I was just starting out, just starting to make money. Like in my systems was pristine. Okay. It doesn't cost a lot of money for you to run your business like you make a lot of money. I love Honeybooks. A lot of the contractors that I work with, they use Honeybooks. So I love Honeybooks. If I wasn't with Vcita and they weren't my client, I would probably use Honeybooks. I do like Dubsado a lot, but it's a lot. And so it gets overwhelming because it's a lot of moving pieces. And this can't unlock without this. And so I'm into simple tech, not hard tech. So Honeybooks is very simple tech. So I like that. So the first thing you're going to do, if we having a conversation, you say, oh my God, I want to work with you. I'm going to say like, you know what? I really think that, you should click the link in the bio so we can have a 15-minute conversation. So if you go to bit.ly work with Bianca now, you'll be able to get on my thing. Love Chime. Real estate professionals are, like that's my jam. So Chime is definitely a really good CRM system. Love Chime. Salesforce, it's kind of an older system, like it's been around for a while, and so their updates is not as great as other smaller ones, and they don't have as many touch points as I like. But I do know people that use Salesforce, so you could definitely use it. You just got to figure out which one worked best for you. So the first one is buying a CRM system. That's to take a client from here, like you on my Instagram, you're on my other social media. I know nothing about you. I have nothing to get back in contact with you. And if these systems decide that they don't want to be systeming no more, I don't have anything to go back. So for me to be able to help you, you have to give me something, which is you going through my system. Because whether I work with you today or 5 years from now, I have some information to be able to reach back to you. So I'm going to always move you from here to where I need it to happen, which is in my CRM. So boom, you get in my CRM system. We're not talking about this, but you need a really good intake form. If your intake form is good and your flow of the intake form is good, it makes it so much easier to close on the call. Because I'm not discovering now. You gave me some information. I'm trying to close, not trying to discover. Even though it's a discovery call, I'm in a position to close because you've already filled out the intake form and gave me the information that I need. A lot of the times, you guys are trying to sell a high ticket product to a person that just lost their job and they don't have no money. But if you would have went to the intake form and you would have gave them their questions properly when you got on the call, you would have better knew how to facilitate that. But you don't have a good intake form. So you know how a person is telling you all this and what they need, and they need $40 and they giving you their whole life spill story, but you know you don't have $40 to give them $40. That's usually how it works. So a lot of times you guys are not vetting these clients properly, right? You kind of getting them into your CRM system, but your intake form is not good. So since your intake form is not good, you're not clear to close. Like it's not going to work. It's not going to convert. It's like trying to sell somebody a high ticket offer and they got a minimum wage job and you know they just lost their house. Like as bad as they want to give it to you, they just don't have it. So the intake form, a lot of you drop the ball with the intake form, but that's not what we're talking about. CRM system. Once the client gets into your CRM system, the second thing you need is a telecommunication system. Like you need something once they get on there. So a Zoom, a free conference call. I love free conference call. I use free conference call for a very long time. And that's one of the systems that you can use if you're like don't have a lot of money and you're trying to grow your business. Free conference call is great. You can use webinars, you can do calls. You can have up to 1,000 people on there, no glitches. Free conference call used to be my jam. Only thing that I don't like with free conference call, which really just like pissed me off and I stopped using it, is that you can't mute and lock the entire call. So even though I muted you, if you press a button, it takes it off mute and it messes up my entire recording and my entire training and my entire momentum. So that's the only reason why I don't use free conference call anymore, because they didn't have a feature where you can lock it and nobody can unmute themselves. They didn't have that. Now I haven't used it in a while, but they might have like upgraded that since COVID has happened. But their functions, yeah, the functions are not as great. But if it's just me and you, it's absolutely great. So when I used to do like my 15-minute calls and like my client calls, Zoom, a free conference call was good. It's absolutely free. But I was spending maybe like $20 a month because I like the storage. I like the fact that you ain't got to put in a meeting number and all of that stuff. But free conference call works absolutely well. So once the person get into your CRM system, they're going to get an email back to tell them how you guys can have the call. So you need to set up your free conference call, your Zoom, or something like that. And don't have them calling your office, like, or your cell phone. That's not how we do business. You need something to be able to record it to save yourself. Okay. You need something to be able to record. You need something to record. So when you get on the phone with me, right, and we get on our 15-minute call, I'm going to say, hey, I'm recording the call. You don't have to worry about taking notes because as soon as we finish, I'm going to send the call to you. So I record all of my calls, all of the calls. You don't have to take notes. As soon as it's over, me and my team, we're going to send you the call. That is to protect you, but also to protect the client too. Also, you might be in the car, you might be picking up your kids from school. It's a lot of things going on. So you always want to over deliver from a client experience. Like, record the call. Send me the call. I'm in my son's basketball game, but I really want to work with you and I want to give you this money, but I don't have no pen and paper to be able to take notes. So I'm not taking the notes, but I will record the call for you to go back for you to listen. But I'm not a note taker. So I'm not taking these notes while we're on this call. But I'll gladly record the call for you and send it to you so that you can take your own notes. So that's another thing. Make it easier for the client. They on a 15-minute call with you. They trying to give you some money. Make it easy for me. Don't have me, okay, well, let me take a notes. Okay, well, let me go to the car. Oh, I forgot that it was at this time. Oh, my pen ran out of ink. You're trying to make this ride as smooth as possible because you're trying to convert this client. So you recording the call for them takes the pressure off. And it helps you to be able to gauge the conversation. Because if you on a call talking to the client and you so busy taking notes, you're not listening to what the client is saying because you're trying to take notes. I'm not taking on notes and you're not taking on notes. However, I can send you this recording. So make sure that, number one, once the client gets on the phone, record the call. But you got to tell them you're recording. Like, hey, about to record the call. You don't have to take notes if you do not want to, because as a courtesy, when I finish, I'm going to send it to you. Is that okay? They're going to say, oh my God, yes, that's totally okay. So you record the call. Okay. So the first thing you need is a CRM. Once they book, they need to get a link of how to have a conversation with you. You need a telecommunication system, not your cell phone, not your office number. That's not how we do business. You need something to be able to protect you and to protect the client. You need something in a system so that you can record it. Send them the recording. Now that the recording is over, right? Now that the recording is over, we have to be clear. When you get on the phone with these clients, you are on the phone to close. You're on the phone to close. So you should have closed on the call. A lot of times, I teach proposal writing, right? You're not sending a proposal to close. You already closed on the phone. You're sending a proposal because on that call, it was a handshake. This proposal is this ink. But we already talked about the price. We already talked about what it's going to be. We already talked about the time frame. Like, we've already talked about this already. So now that you guys have had the conversation, you need to now close the deal. And so I'll give you my flow. Put flow in the comments. If you want me to give you my flow of kind of how I work this, like, put flow in the comments. I'm not supposed to give it to you, but I'll give it to you today because we getting back acquainted. So put flow into the comments. I'll give you my flow of how my process works. You got to make sure I write it out as I talk, so I'll be able to give you my flow. So let's just say we had a call. You got into my CRM system. You answered all my questions. Now that we're on the call, right, you get the telecommunication. You get the link, right? I send you the link. So you sent the link. It say, hey, we meet on Zoom tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. You get on at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to say, hey, Brittany, I'm super excited that we're on this call. I'm going to record the call for you. So you don't have to take notes if you don't want to, because I'm going to record this for you. Is that okay? You're going to say yes. So now that I'm on a call, I've already went through the intake form of you telling me what you need, how much money you make, where you are in your business, who else you work with, all this stuff. All that was on the intake form. So before we got on the call, I've already assessed this intake form already. So I already know what I'm going to sell you when we're on this 15-minute call. Like, it's a sales call. I'm here to convert you to buy a product and or service. So while we're in it, I'm like, okay, you know what? I think that you are really be perfect for, our 3-month coaching program, based on your budget and what it is, you can get this, 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 and this. Like, does that work out for you? You're going to say yes. I'm going to say, okay, what date works out for you? You're going to say this particular date. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to send over your recording and a proposal so that you can sign it and we can start the process. So now that we've done with the call, my assistant already sent you the recording already, so you can listen to it. After we send the recording, right, I'm now writing this proposal, but I've trained my team to be able to write the proposal because it's now just a template. But anyway, I'm going to send you the proposal. Once I send you the proposal, you have 24 hours to tell me anything you want to add, anything you want to take out, because we've already discussed the price, the terms, and when you was going to pay. So you shouldn't need longer than 24 hours. You're just looking over it now to make sure it makes sense. Once you say it makes sense, I'm then going to say, do you have any changes? Whatever changes you send, I'm going to add it. And then I'm going to send it now as a contract. So I'm going to send it through, we use HelloSign. So I'm sending you contract within HelloSign, right? Once you sign my contract, then I'm going to send you a non-disclosure agreement. I am very clear and very, very protective of my client's intellectual property. I get paid for my intellectual property. I'm trying to help you get paid for your intellectual property. I want you to know that I'm protecting you as well as I am protecting me. So therefore, I'm going to send over a non-disclosure agreement. We're not talking about that right now, Dorinda, but that ain't this training. So I'm going to send you over a non-disclosure agreement. Once you get this non-disclosure agreement, then I'm going to then send you the invoice. Once you pay this invoice, then I'm going to which is my number 4, I need a finance management system, right? So that could be like a QuickBooks. Like anything over $1,000 is a wire. Like anything over $1,000, you're gonna have to pay for a wire, or you're gonna have to pay these credit card fees. And so I'm very upfront with the client. Anything over $1,000, it needs to be a wire. And so you need to figure out what the fee is, because I want my whole $1,000, not $948. I want my whole $1,000. So with a wire, it's only a $15 transaction fee. So if you go to the THE calculator, if you go to the feecalculator.com, if you want $1,000, it's going to tell you how much you have to charge to get $1,000. So a lot of you have like $1,000. My program would probably be $1,049, because I'm including my processing fees. I'm including this $15 fee of this wire. I'm including all of that in my price. So for me, I like to end in 9s. You need to figure out what you like to end in. You need to end in 5, 7, or 9s. Like, just make it universal. So it could be 45, 47, or 49. You see, Walmart always ends in 7s, right? So you need to have some uniformity in your pricing. You need some uniformity in your pricing. It can't be $1,000 and then it's $88 and then it's $492 and then it's $78. Have some uniformity in your price. So in order to do that, I'll go to the fee calculator first, the feecalculator.com. If I want $1,000 after all my fees, I want $1,000. I'm probably going to have to charge $1,049, right? Or $1,029. You need to figure out what you're going to charge so that your fees can be covered. We also send gifts, right? Gifts is my love language. So I'm sending gifts to onboard the client. I'm sending gifts while we in the middle of working together. I'm sending gifts after that cost. I don't need that to come out of my $1,000. So you need to include your fees. Just like when you go to a place and if you spend $100, it's free shipping. They've already included that already in their price. The shipping was already in the price. And for me, I can have $4,000 worth of stuff in a cart. You better not charge me this $13 shipping. Put it in the price. And I hate when people charge you and it's like $1,000 but a $595.95 processing fee. Just charge me $1,010, baby. Like, I don't like that. Add your fee in it. Because in my mind, that's just the cost of doing business. So don't charge me $1,000 and then tell me, but I got to pay $5.95 for your processing fee. Just make it $1,010 and all your fees will be included. And we don't have to worry about this. Because now I'm looking at you a certain type of way now because you can charge me this extra $5 process fee. Just put it in the cost of doing business. Like, it's just the cost. When you get your brakes done, they don't say it's $1,000 for labor and it's $895 for this, and then it's $7 for me to ship the parts, and then it's $35 for this. It's like, it's just $3,000. It's $3,000. When you buy a bag from the store, they not saying the bag was $500, but it was $500 to ship it, and now the tax and all of that stuff. That's not what we do. We ain't at a grocery store. We ain't at a convenience store. We are a luxury, high ticket, high volume brand. We are not the dollar store. We are not at the restaurant where it's $7 for this, and now I'm adding tax and gratuity. That ain't what we do. Just wrap it up in the price. So for me, I sell products. I sell services, not products. So no. I sell intellectual property. So for products, definitely, but I sell services. So no. So add that into your fees, okay? So that's our flow. Once you come through our finance management system, right? QuickBooks, if it's over $1,000, it is going to be a wire. Very upfront about that. Like, hey, if it's over $1,000, which all of our stuff is over $1,000, I'm sending an invoice. I don't want you to pay via my CRM system because your CRM system is able to take payments. They usually go through a Stripe or like a PayPal. So you got your Stripe, PayPal fees, and your processing fees. So if it's over $1,000, I'm not sending the invoice via, because I know you like, well, if you got a CRM system, they accept payments. I know that, but I'm not paying those fees. I'm not paying those fees. I'm cool with paying this $15 fee, but it's wired, but I'm not paying all of those fees attached to it because I'm not getting my whole $1,000. Getting $950. I want my other $50. So for me, and however you run your business is how you run your business. I am going to ask for a wire, right? And some people like, I don't want to give you that. I don't want to do a wire. Like, just tell me the bank fees, like, and I'll pay for that. Or tell me the credit card processing fees, and I'll pay for that. A lot of us use like American Express, so we want our points. So just tell me what it is, and I'll just pay extra. So I have a lot of clients that do that. Cool. Long as you know, I want my whole $1,000, and I'm not paying all of these fees on it. Because now I got to give you $1,000 worth of work, and I only got $925. Like, it just, the math don't make sense to me. So that's the flow. So you need to figure out your flow. Once a client says they're interested and they're ready, what's your flow? And we're going to talk about this in our 3-month, in my 3-month coaching mentorship program. So if you just go to worksmartprofitsmarter.com, you can get on the waiting list to learn more information about it. But you got to have a flow, because you don't just be excited to get the money. The contracts and what they sign is more important than the money. So for me, it's the how many times you didn't give me what I asked for, how many times you didn't show up, how many times have you wasted my time and I did this work. I want all these different addendums for you to sign. And I'm not putting it in the whole contract so you can skim it and then you can just sign it back. I want you to sign each page. So I'm sending them as separate documents, over anal about it. Separate documents. So I want you to know, if you miss 3 sessions, this project is closed. Because now you're wasting my time. Yes, you paid, but now you're wasting my time and you're not serious. So this contract is closed. And depending on where it's closed at, 90% of the time you're not getting a refund because you've already wasted my time and my team. We already did the work already. So I'm very clear about my contracts. So don't be so in a rush for them to pay. They're going to pay anyway. We already discussed this already. But I'm trying to teach you how to do real business, okay? Because now they didn't pay. Once they pay, they feel like I already paid, so I ain't signing this contract. Like, I already paid already. Like, I get to it. Like, you could pay last. I want you to sign these contracts to protect me, but also to protect you too. So I am very over anal about my contracts and my forms. You can't do nothing without these contracts and these forms. Nothing. So I like to get my contracts and my forms signed first. Okay. Then the payment, we already discussed the payment already. They already know what they got to pay already. The payment is last. Once they do the payment, then, okay, so let's go back. You need your CRM system, right? You need to also have, once you have your CRM system, you need to put the telecommunication information in. That's your Zoom, that's your free conference call. Somebody said Webinar Jam. I had a lot of glitches with Webinar Jam, and I don't like that. Okay, once I click this code, it don't work no more. So now I got to reach back to the host to get another code. So Webinar Jam, we wasn't jamming. But I know a lot of people that actually use it. So number one, you need a CRM system. Once you had a CRM system, you need to figure out your telecommunication system. Telecommunication system. Stop having these people call you at your office or call you on your work phone. No. For my CRM system, I use Vicita, so VCITA. But I love Honeybugs. I love Dubsado. So I love those too. So you got your CRM. Your questions in your CRM system need to be immaculate. Okay, that's gonna separate from the person that only got $20 from the person that got $20,000. Because y'all be on these calls trying to sell these people these highs products, and all they got is $100. So it's like you trying to tell a person everything that you need for this $40, and I don't have $40 to be able to give you. But the conversation was cute. But I don't even have the $40. So if your intake form is done properly, you can close properly. You have the right information to make an educated, profitable, informed decision. Okay, so they get in the CRM, they fill out the intake form. We need this telecommunication system because I need to be able to talk to you, and I'm not calling your phone, and you're not calling my phone, and we're not calling his office. So therefore, we need to get to a place where I can record the call, and I can give you the recording because I'm gonna say, hey, don't worry about taking notes. I see you got your pen and paper, girl. Don't worry about taking notes. I'm gonna record the call, and when I finish with the call, I'm gonna send it over to you so you can have it for your records. So don't even worry about it. Like, sit back, relax. Like, let's just have this conversation. So I see that you make this amount, and you're trying to go to this amount. You did this, this, and this, and this. what's the plan for this quarter? Like, what are we doing? Like, where are we going? So I'm asking these questions because I already know what I want to sell this person. I told them what I want to sell. We talked about the price. We talked about the flow. We talked about all of that. You agree. So I'm going to say, okay, no worries. We're going to send you over the recording so you can have it, so you can listen to it. And within 24 hours, we'll send you over the proposal. I like to send my proposal within the same day. We're going to send over the proposal. You have 24 hours to review this proposal. Once you review the proposal, you might say like, hey, we talked about this, but I ain't here to add it. I listened to it on a call and I wanted this to be inside of here, or whatever the case might be. Like, okay, let me go ahead and add that. Once I add it and give it back to you, I'm sending it now through HelloSign, DocuSign, whatever. They need to now sign it. The proposal needs to be signed. Once they sign it, my flow is non-disclosure agreement, right? Once they sign a non-disclosure agreement, now they need to sign my forms. I got like 5 forms that I need you to sign. All these are like different addendums. Payment, late, contract breakage, terms and conditions, like off-peak days. I want to know when you're going out of town. I want to know when your husband's birthday is. I want to know when your kid's birthday is. I want to know when your birthday is. I want to know when your mom's birthday is. Because we supposed to be working together for these 3 months. I don't care that you out of town for your birthday. This is a time when we were supposed to work. So if you missed this, you telling me that you went out of town. So this part we don't have to do because we're on a time schedule. So the fact that you out of town means nothing to me because I'm still working. I'm gonna let you know when I'm out of town. I'm gonna say, hey, this week ain't gonna work out for me. It's my kid's spring break, so I'm not gonna be available during that particular week. So I don't think we should start that week because if you want me to be there, I'm not gonna be able to be there because I'm out of town that week. So these are my blackout days. I'm very transparent with my blackout days when I'm working with a client. You need to be very transparent with your blackout days too. Because I'm not working with you on my anniversary, my kid's graduation, my birthday, whatever the case might be. We're not in contract then. Or we skip that week. Like, hey, we working together for October. My birthday, October 6th. I'm out of town that week. So let's just skip that week and come to this week. So nothing is due that week. So we're extending the contract out. We talk about all of that before we get some money. We're talking about all of that, okay? So now that's my contracts, my forms, okay? Now that we got our contracts and our forms, now it's time to pay. You need a finance management system. I like to use QuickBooks. Just because my fees are different, I want to send you an invoice, and in this invoice, I want to see it via wire because I'm not paying all of these fees. So I like to send it via QuickBooks. And it might be a really big payment. Well, I'm not expecting you to pay all of the money because another thing, I like my money in draws. So if it's 6 phases in the project, I want 6 payments. I don't want you to pay for this project in full because I might cancel this contract. We might not work together. We might not be a good fit. You might not give me my stuff on time. I'm not working ahead either if you're not working with me. So I like my money in draws. So if it's 6 phases, the payment is broken up into 6 phases. So that's another thing. I like my money in draws. I like my money in phases. Because I don't want you to think like, oh, I pay her all of this money, okay, and I'm going out of town, so she gonna do the work. I'm not doing anything that we're a team. This is your business. I'm just helping. So I'm not doing anything. So it allows me to protect myself and my team while we're not overworking and you're not being attentive. It also adds checks and balances into the project. Like, okay, phase 1, once we finish with phase 1, the next payment is due. Okay, we'll start the next phase. So I like my money in draws. I like my money in drawdowns. That means that it's 6 phases, we can do 6 payments, right? It also helps the client with their cash flow too. Because our services, like, they're not cheap. And so it's like, okay, well, I got to move money over here to move money over here. I got to get this particular client. But if I'm giving you 6 payments, 6 drawdowns, it's easier to work together. But I need my money when this drawdown is over, okay? So that's another thing. You need a finance management system. Once you get your finance management system in order, now you need a project management system. The project has started. You need to be organized. For us, I like to do a 2-step. I always have a kind of a backup to a backup. I need a backup for a backup. So I don't want the client to have to learn my system. A lot of you are very sticklers on the client got to learn my system. And if they don't learn my system, then we're not going to be able to work together. They just want the job done. They don't need to learn your system. They just need the job done. However, my system is my system. So I'm willing to remember reasonable accommodation. You don't have to learn how to use Trello. You don't have to learn how to use Asana. You don't have to learn how to use Monday. Like those are kind of project management systems. You don't have to learn how to use those to work with us. Because all of our stuff, it starts in the Google Drive. I know some people use like Google Drive, some people use like Notion. Like that's cool too. But everybody does not have to learn your system in order to work with you. I think a lot of you just be so caught up, like, well, they got to learn my system. If they ain't doing my system, then, the process stops. Like, the process stops because they don't want to learn how to use your system. I just need you to be able to do the work. I just need you to respond back to my email. I'm not trying to get you to learn my system and be on my system. You just need to be on my page. We just got to be on the same page. So for me, we build our entire workflow in the Google Drive. Like, so we build our entire workflow. And yeah, we use Trello. So we used to use like ClickUp. I used to use Asana. I used to use Monday. I've used them all, but I like Trello the most. Like Trello, like a lot of my clients use this, so I started to learn it because my clients use it, and I was like, oh my god, like I love this. It's really simple, really easy. So yeah, I like Trello, but I like a project management system because it keeps you, oh, you like ClickUp. Okay. It keeps you organized and the client organized. Okay. Use Trello too. Yeah. It keeps you organized and the client organized too. I'm always for a backup with a backup because Google has been around for forever. Google has been around for forever. These other systems, they just kind of just popped up, right? Thank you for buying a badge. These other systems is kind of just popped up, and everybody can use Google. We know what Google is, so I like to use Google Drive, and I'm going to build an entire project scope in Google Drive. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it out for the client. So for us, when we work with a client, we build out our Google Drive. Yeah, Google Drive is always a safe bet, baby. Google been around for forever, okay? We know how to use it. So I'm going to build it out in a Google Doc, the entire project flow. What's due, when it's due, who it needs to go to, who's in charge, whatever the case might be. I'm going to build it all out in Google Drive. And then my team is going to transfer it into Trello. So now you're in contract. We got to have a kickoff, right? I want to understand what's going on. I want to make sure you understand what's going on. I want to see if anything changed. Like maybe you was going out of town and now you're not going out of town. So that kickoff meeting is to see what has changed, what needs to be done, and let me re-explain the process. Once the kickoff is over, the project has started. It is nothing that you can change once this kickoff is over. Because I already asked you still going on a vacation? Are you still doing that? Okay, you don't have nothing in the works? Okay, you cool? Do we need to change anything? Because once we set this in stone, it's go time now. I haven't done no work. You haven't done no work. Right now, you can still get a full refund because I've done no work and you've done no work. Once this kickoff is over, I'm about to start working. Are you sure? Are you ready? Do you want to rip up these contracts and put them in a shredder? I am very clear in this kickoff. Also, in the kickoff, I build out the plan. So this phase 1, this phase 2, this what we're going to do. This how it's going to work. This what it needs to look like. The whole team is on this kickoff. So it's me, and it depends on like the people that are on the team. Me, my communication manager, my assistant, it could be my designer, it could be my data analyst. It just kind of just depends on who on deck for this particular project. I'm going to build it out because I'm an on-boarder and an off-boarder. I'm not the person that does the work anymore. I have a firm, so I'm not the person that does the work. I'm so glad you like it. I'm glad. Okay. I'm not the person that do the work. I'm in full CEO mode. I'm going on-board, I'm going off-board, but I'm not doing this work. So I want you to meet the key players. Hey, this is such and such. If you got a problem with this, this is who you contact. This is who does this. They do phase 5. This person does phase 6. This person in charge of phase 2. So we need this so that they can be able to do their job. Okay, we're on a 6-week flow. It goes really fast. So once this is over, it starts. Are we clear? Do you got questions? Is it anything that you need? So I'm very clear about that. So once we finish that, and once I do this kickoff, it's nothing else for me to do. Because everybody know how to do their job. You've already met the key players. I get paid for plans. I build strategic plans and processes and maps, right? I am the brain. I am the visionary. I'm the person that know how to get it done. I'm the person that say, okay, this how much it's gonna make, this what it needs to look like, this where it needs to go. So I am the plan. I get paid to do plans. But my value proposition is I have a team that can fulfill the obligations of the plan. So I tell you all the time, I'm an architect. So I could design the house and tell you everything that needs to be in the house. And this is your plan for the house. My value proposition is I have a construction team that can build the house that I just mapped out for you. But some clients, they already have a team. Like they just don't know what to tell the team, but they have a team. So let me build out a plan. Let me tell you what needs to be done. Let me tell you who needs to do it. Let me tell you the key people that need to be on the team. So I build a lot of plans. I get paid for plans. My value proposition is I can build the house for you that I put in the plan. I have a team to do that. So whether I'm building a plan, that might just be our meeting. Like that just might be the kickoff meeting. It might just be me, my assistant, and your team. Because I'm building out the plan now for your team. But if it's a launch project, I'm building out the plan, and now I'm telling you my team who's going to build out all of this stuff for you. But once this plan is over, I am gone. It's over. Because I'm not doing the work. So therefore, now we done broke it out in phases. You know who your people is communicating. You know the flow of how it's going to work out. You kind of know this already. So now I'm gone. I'm finished. But based on the meetings and the flow, I meet with the team every week before they have their call with you. So if you have a standing call with the team at 11 a.m., I've already met with that team already before they talk to you. Cause like, okay, well, it seems like y'all can't get this part right. So let me kind of get on a call to kind of see like what's going on. Okay, they lacking to give you this stuff. Like, hey, Brittany, you said you was gonna give me this. You know, we on a time schedule. I need you to come out. Like my team, they have to be nice. I don't have to be nice, right? I am kind, but I am not nice. They're nice. They're gonna give you they're gonna give you an inch. You know, you're gonna take a mile. They're gonna be accommodating and all of that stuff, right? Because that's their job. They're going to do that. That's not my job. You said this is what you wanted. It's the time that you want. So now I'm on it like, hey, like what we're doing. You said that this is what you wanted. You said this is what you're doing. You're not doing it. So what's going on? Are we wrapping this up? Are we not doing this part? Like, what are we doing? Because this needs to be in today at this time. So what are we doing? So that's when I kind of interject. But if the project is going smoothly and you turn in your stuff, then it don't need for me to come in and figure out why you're not doing what you're doing. Okay. So the number 4 is the project management system. You need something to keep this organized. It's a lot of moving pieces. And another bonus, if you guys want a bonus, put bonus in the comments. Another bonus that I want to give you, put bonus in the comments. I told you I was going to give you this work today. Give you this work today. Put bonus in the comments if you want that bonus. Okay, so one of the bonuses, right? No update. I had a client yesterday, me, my client, and my designer. I don't know if Brianna is still on here, but Brianna is my designer. So we on a meeting yesterday, and she's like, oh my God, when I see your emails come through, like I get so nervous when I see your emails come through, right? When I see your emails come through, I get so nervous, right? We send weekly reports. No update is the update. Your client should not have to reach out to you to figure out where we are in this process. I am an over communicator. I am going to overly communicate. So no update is a update. No update is a update. So every Friday we send update reports. Hey, Brittany, we just want to let you know based on what we talked about in our meeting, like nothing has moved. However, if anything comes and arises, you know, we'll be sure to let you know. You have to keep an esteemed paper trail, okay? Immaculate paper trail. My paper trail is excellent. You could eat off the floor. I am going to communicate and I'm going to have multiple touch points. You want to touch the client at least twice a week. even if you don't have nothing to say, like, hey, I just want to let you know that the project is going well. I'm waiting for such and such to reach back out to me so that we can do blah, 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 blah. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, please let me know. But, I just want to kind of keep you in a loop. We do multiple touch points, at least 2. But every time something new comes, we're going to send you an email. We're going to also add it to our project summary. So every week, I'm sending a project summary. Hey, based on what we did this week, this is what happened. Oh, we're still in limbo for this because we can't do this, this, and this. We need this by this, and this date for us to be able to do this, this, and this. Every week, we're sending a project update. Every Friday. Before they leave work, every Friday, they have to send a project update. Every Friday. Like, that's to close out our week. So on Friday, we're doing that on Friday. Okay, we got 7 clients. Okay, what's this going on? What's that? Okay, who doing that report? Oh, and there's 6 people on the team. Each person on the team got to put their thing in. Okay, phase 1 is Brittany. What's your update? Phase 2 is Max. What's your update? So everybody has their update. And it's just a template. We have this ongoing template. Like, and every week we're adding it in there. Just in case a client say, like, oh, I work with them and I ain't getting nothing. I work with them. They ain't email me. They ain't communicate. Like, I want my money back. Oh, no, you hold on. Let me show you all of these documents of what we did, how we did it, why you didn't respond. And I'll say, like, hey, this is our 6th email that we've sent you. You have not responded back. So I'm going to conclude that you are no longer interested in this project, which is fine. Unfortunately, you forfeited the money that I was able to, the money that you paid for it. So we will send you the incomplete work that we could not complete because you didn't give us the information to complete it. Please see attachment. Here's your folder. Like, and also just a side note, you need like a breakup email. Like when you don't want to work with a client no more and y'all just don't work together and it's just not working out, you need to prepare your breakup email. Have it in the file, have it ready for the breakup. Because, some of them kind of slip through the cracks. And you got to think, it was important to them on Monday when y'all talked. 3 weeks from now, it might not be important to them no more. Like, it might not be. But I'm still in contract, so it's still important to me. But you're not about to keep me in limbo for 3 extra weeks, though. This project going to close on this date. This project is going to close on this date. Whether you show up or not, whether you give me what I need or not. So we work on our own and then we give it to you. Like, hey, we did this. You wasn't able to show up, so we just did this part. Hey, you missed this. We did this. So this what you got. I build a lot of projects on my own and just like, hey, here you go. I'm willing to gift you an hour review so we can go over it. But the project is done. So any changes or anything you need to make, you need to contact your team to be able to make these adjustments. Because my team, we've already exhausted this budget and did what we was supposed to do that you didn't do. Okay. So number 5 is you need to make sure that you have your project management. I'm sorry, number 4, you need your project management system. And number 5, you need a client reputation system. I have built my business in the past 10 years from testimonials, okay? Testimonials is worth way more than money. Like, I learned that in the beginning. You get one person to say that you're good, you're amazing, you're awesome, you did an amazing job, that one testimonial can bring you 10 more clients, okay? So client reputation management system is really important. And stop having these people email you like, okay, if you could email me back your testimonial about how we work together, let me know. That ain't what we want. Like, oh my God, Bianca, it was so great. Like, don't send me no email telling me I'm great. I need this to go into a client relation management. I need this to go into a client reputation system. Where are people going to look for testimonials, right? We're going on the Better Business Bureau. We're going on Google My Business. We're going on the Facebook business page, right? We're going on LinkedIn. We're going on Yelp. That's where you want your testimonials to be. Stop having these people email you these testimonials. Like, that's just the fakest shit to me ever. When I go on your page and then I see a picture of me and then working with Brittany was amazing. She's the best person ever and a smile. No, that ain't gonna work. Have these people go to a place to leave you a testimonial because people do research about me before they even get here. Like, I want you to go and look at these reviews on Google and reach back out to Bianca. I want you to go to my Facebook business page and see that Tony left me a review. And you like, hey, Tony, I'm on the fence of kind of working with Bianca. Like, how was your experience? I want you to ask all of these people because when you come over here, it's a sure thing. So I want you to do your own research and ask all of these people before you come over here to me. Do your research. These people are here for a reason. If they said I did a good job, reach out to them and ask them what it is that I did. Like, ask them. Go ahead. And so for me, put it in a place where people go to get them. And so I believe in diversification on all levels, right? I want my money to be diversified. I want my streams of income to be diversified. I want my social media to be diversified. I want my testimonials to be diversified. Because just because I like Instagram don't mean Instagram is your platform of choice. LinkedIn might be your platform of choice. Pinterest might be your LinkedIn platform of choice. YouTube might be your platform of choice. I want a presence everywhere. I live on Instagram and Facebook, but I hang out on YouTube. I hang out on Pinterest. I hang out on LinkedIn. I hang out in a lot of places. That means that my information, I just share it to other places. I'm just sharing my information to other places. But I make my content specifically for the platforms of my choice. But just because it's the platform of my choice, don't mean it's the platform of your choice. Just like you might be looking for a washer and dryer. Best Buy might be the platform of choice where you get yours from, but I might like Home Depot. This other person might like Lowe's. This other person might like Menards. But it's the same washer and the same dryer. It's just a preference on where you want to give your money. So for me, I believe in diversifications on all levels. So like when you're doing like different trainings and different things, pick a platform. Okay, if I'm doing, like, we're about to do our 4 figures first programs to help those that don't make 4 figures in their coaching business. It starts today. When the program is over, I want them to build it. I might say the Better Business Bureau. Okay, all the testimonials from here go the link, leave it on the Better Business Bureau. I might do this series and I might say, hey, if you want to get a discount to be able to work with me, leave me a testimonial on my Facebook business page about what you learned in this training and why would you tell other people to work with me. Here's the link. Use this link to put it there. Don't have no testimonials on your LinkedIn and they from 2023, but I go to your Better Business Bureau and you ain't had no testimonials there to 2014. Like, diversify, keep them updated and current. And how you do it is you give different clients different links to be able to use. Okay. So I just want to do a quick recap. Okay. I know this was a lot, but I want to do a quick recap. I'll probably leave this up for like 24 hours, but then like I'm gonna take it out. So tell your friends and your family to come watch it because I'm going to take it out. So the first thing you need is a CRM system. Second thing you're going to need is a telecommunication system. After you get your telecommunication system, then you're going to need a finance management system. You're going to need a finance management system, okay? Now that you got your money, now you need to organize this project. So you need a project management system to organize this, okay? I'm glad you guys liked it. Then number 5, you need a client reputation management system. And you can get all this for under $50. Like, it sounds like a lot, but it's a lot of free tools and free resources that you can use. So if you go to worksmartprofitsmarter.com, I got a training on how you can run your whole consulting business for under $50, okay? But I'm starting my 3-month coaching mentorship program. I'm starting it up again. So if you want to get on a waiting list, just go to worksmartprofitsmarter.com for you to be able to get on the waiting list, because we're going to launch that soon. So if you are just starting out, or you want to redo your coaching and consulting business, put more processes and systems in place, then definitely click the link in the bio. Go to worksmartprofitsmarter.com for you to be able to get in the program. Okay. Thank you guys for coming today. I have a meeting at 1, so my training is a hard stop. But if you do have questions while you're watching this on the replay, reach out to me. You can DM me, or you can just book a 15-minute session with us. Like, if you go to kateandkateconsulting.com, or just message me. Like, just message me and I'll put you on my calendar, okay? But I want to thank you guys for coming today. And if you need anything else, come back. Tell your friends to come, because I'm going live every Thursday for Women History Month. So I'm going live every single Thursday at 12 o'clock. So set your alarm, set your timer, and make room for you to be here with me, okay? Thank you, guys. Share. Okay, let me cut this.